welcome back to SevTech Ages of the Sky, and today it is time for Astral Sorcery. Yes, Astral Sorcery. And you're going to need Ender Dust, and this only really seems to drop from Enderman, but I've also got it from Fallen Mounts, weirdly enough. So if you do see them in game, do kill them. I've only got the one, and I don't want to waste it, so I need to go to here. I think I've got some gold in place. I do, so I can do a cast. Oh, I need a cast for you, so I need a part builder, a pan pattern, and then I just need some stone. Any kind of stone would do. I've been using a lot of cobblestone. You'll see why in just a second. Spoiler alert: Astral Sorcery stuff eventually takes a lot of space. Not initially, but I've built for the end game, so we'll see. So let's drop in a pan. Okay, and that can go there. Done. Alright, then we'll just put in the Ender Dust, and that should heat up. Take a little time. We're not going to use the front, I'm just going to do this manually just because it's just, I've only got the one, so I'm not being really paranoid about it, but that won't take very long. And then I constructed that. So between the episodes, I started building upwards. I'm going to be producing like a marble tower all the way up, and I had like a landing, etc. So I built up to 120 high in Y level, and I'd recommend to at least go into that, but you can get away with putting it in your base if you want to, at least for the first crafts. And then I built up 4 large platforms, 23 by 23, and then there's a 23 by 23 section in the center, so they touch edge to edge. And I'm probably going to put some decorative stuff like a garden up there or something like that. But for now, that should do. That's what I've been building. Oh, it's been taking ages. Right, so molten ender pearl is what we get from ender dust, and then we can pour that out, and that should turn into our first and only ender pearl. Okay, now the landing halfway up, that deserves a different kind of explanation. One, it's a very good point to land on. So if I just hover here, I'll get high enough just to land on this landing, which is good because I like that. I just have to basically climbing gloves my way up the outside. However, as you can see, I dropped all the way down. I did go ahead and build a drop shaft into the center of this tower. So I'm going to put some decorative marble around the outside, but on the inside it's just dirt and stone and whatever to make a 3 by 3 drop shaft. And then on the landing on the other side is a very small spawner test chamber, because in this age in the pack we can now make vector plates, and it's just glue, some sugar which you can get from grinding sugarcane, iron and chisel stone. So just get yourself a chisel and away you go, you've got vector plates. So vector plates, obviously if you've not used them before, are just like fans. If you've used those, they basically push mobs towards a drop shaft, and right now the only thing that's come down this has been a skeleton, it looks like. Or at least one, because as I said, it's a very small test chamber. I have no way, as far as I know, of turning anything off yet. Redstone, there's barely anything for redstone at all, and it's in Twilight Forest, I think, initially, and no lamps to speak of. There is this one that you can light up with a flint and steel, I think, but it's not exactly redstone control of turning the farm on and off, so I was a little nervous, I have to admit. So let's head up to the landing. It's 20 odd blocks or something like that, 20 blocks, just so it takes some damage from falling. And then in here at the back, I just break through here for a second. You'll see I've just put in vector plates. So here they are. They push everything towards this hole. And eventually what I want to do is probably expand that on the 4 sides. And then once I've figured out some way of getting up here while passing through the mob farm, then I may well expand it into a large room. And at that point, it will start spawning a lot more than we have right now. But for now, I've just left that alone, and if anything drops down, cool. It means I don't have to go down there manually necessarily. We'll see if it actually works. So that's good for now. However, moving along, the ender pearl, what are we going to use it for? Well, we can craft a bunch of stuff, but the main thing should be in the crafting here, because there shouldn't be very much, is the resonating wand, and we can use a regular crafting grid for that. We've got a luminous crafting grid, but we can use a regular one. We just need a couple of pieces of marble and some aquamarine, and this also happens to be a nice glide distance for returning back to the main base. I put a sheep in a fence. We don't need the mill anymore, I don't think, the automatic mill, But we still do need the chopping block and the press, unfortunately. The press for like blocks of coal or something, unfortunately. So let's get on with that. So Astral Sorcery, we just want to get a couple of you. And let's just find a spare crafting grid. Resonating wand. And there we go. So we've got a resonating wand. That's good. That's one part of it. Then we're going to need to make sure we have our astral tome and then have a look around to decide which or where up there we're actually going to start crafting stuff. Let's have a look, see what the next step is. Okay, next step, you need to basically craft ourselves a few light wells. So we're going to want to get some liquid starlight. So for that, you can see it's already building up here. We're again at 120 on this cobblestone. It's 120. It's about to go sunset for the day, and we're already beyond the crafting grid, so it's already pretty good. So use your chisel to get a few different pieces of this marble. There we go. Let's just make 4 of these if we can. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, and just some chisel marble. There we go. So you'll see the output appears on the right hand side. Grab your resonating wand we just created and right click. Off we go with the particle effect, and the item will appear on top once it's done. So again, we need to actually go and put more rock crystals in there. But other than that, yeah, rinse and repeat. You can then put rock crystals or aquamarine into light wells, and let's just actually do that while this is. We'll just put some aquamarine down. We'll be moving these around later, so and you can move them around like liquids, so it's not too much of a big deal where you put these. So let's just put one of you in there, and you can see that already that's generating liquid starlight, which we can gather with a bucket. I think it can also actually be used as a smeltery fuel. I haven't tried it, but I think it's basically like it counts as either so cold it's very hot or something along those kind of lines. Yeah, it's fine as far as that's concerned. And I'm going to just put another aquamarine in there. We want a few of these running just to fill these light wells up. They're not going to do any harm right now. And off we go again. So craft a few more, fill a few light wells, away you go. If you want to optimize things even more, you may want to just grab yourself a liquid starlight bucket and make a Phosic resonator. This lets you see the particle effect whereby there's more starlight. So if you don't want to build up into the sky, or even if you do, you can choose to build in a place that shows up. Now we can't. Oh, I need actually regular. Oh, that's a shame. We can't just use any when it's set to that, but that's fine. Yeah, let's just grab our marble and get the Astral Sorcery version of marble. There we go, and then we should be able to click them in just as before, and off we go. Fine, so that should craft our Phosic resonator. Once we get the constellation paper down here, that's the actual achievement there. And then we've already got this one, and we've already got this one. So yeah, we're well on our way out. We've already got Lightwell, and then we just need to move to the Starlight upgrade. But I need to get this constellation paper first. For constellation paper, you need to get more parchment, and we're going to be involved in not the iridescent altar, but the Necronomicon ritual. You're going to need parchment in the middle, and you're going to need a couple of rock crystals, some gold, and some aquamarine, and not very much energy at all. So that's going to be pretty easy. However, we need to basically craft the parchment. Now, previously, it was a little harder. But now that we're in this age and we've got things unlocked, we can use regular paper instead of using that pulp. Instead of using the what was it now? The washi. We don't need to actually go through that whole process anymore. However, we still need to get to pulp, and that dries that into paper. So well, it does. Maybe not when it's raining, but it certainly is on the drying racks anyway, and we can get some paper that way. So if you get any books or anything like that, do keep them, because the paper means you don't have to go through this process every single time. But other than that, everything should be good. So we'll go ahead and get that first constellation paper, and that should be all we really need to get this going. And one Necronomicon ritual. We've got more than enough energy, so whoops, shift click should be shift right click. And something that reminds me of Little Nicky every single time I actually watch this, but yeah, we should be done with that. Put the fires out, and we end up with constellation paper and the starlight geolocation and the liquefy, all achievements at once. down at the bottom. So now it's basically going to say you need to upgrade the luminous table to the next tier. You need to construct a structure to begin the crafting process. Consult the Astral Sorcery Journal's exploration section. So if you go into here, there's a few sections unlocked. So let's just take a look what's unlocked by default. I think it's just exploration and discovery. Yes, it is. There will be other sections that pop in later. But if we scroll wheel into exploration, we're going to want to get this one, the Starlight Crafting Altar. So to get the upgrade, we need to do a few things. So that's that. And yeah, then we get this kind of structure to use the altar, if I remember rightly. We don't need to do this until after we've upgraded it though. So I need to get some marble, a rock crystal, and a bucket of liquid starlight, and then we should be good. So I've got a bucket. I've got a rock crystal. I don't think I do. Let me just go and grab. I think I've got 1 or 2 left. We can always go and get lots more from underneath that area. Where's my rock crystals? There they go. So was it? I think it's just 1 and some marble and bits and pieces. I think we already have. So off over to our altar. And looks like a zombie's dropped down there as well, and a creeper and a couple more skeletons. So it is working just very, very slowly. And if you want to speed that up, you can make this nocturnal powder from Astral Sorcery. And I think that rapidly, at least for a certain amount of time, increases the amount of mob spawns in an area. So we could make that on the luminous crafting table, I think, already, if we had illumination powder. But that takes the Starlight Crafting Altar. Okay, so we do need to actually upgrade. It's a shame we can't skip it, but that's absolutely fine. So yeah, we need the Starlight Crafting Altar, and we may not have enough light right now. So it is daytime, even though it looks awful because it's raining. Do we have everything we need? We need liquid starlight bucket and then the pillars and chisel marble. So that's going to be easy enough. So let's get the chisel marble. I just want 2 of those, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I want pillars. There we go. And a bucket. Where are my buckets? Ah, there they are. Okay, so we have everything we need. Shift click in. Well, just click once in. There we go. And we may even have enough. Where's my... Yeah, advantage of putting this up high is you can sometimes craft during the day as well. And this altar should change shape. And that took a while. That was about a minute. I cut the footage, but yes, it's changed into the Starlight Crafting Altar now, but now you can't use it until you go through that basic construction process. So over here in our Astral Tome, and we've got a new section called Attunement. That's going to be important, but we can zoom back into here, and then we go over to here, and here's this whole thing. So you need this smoky, it says here what kinds of things you need. Sooty marble, 21 of those, 24 marble bricks, 28 marble arches, chisel marble, etc, etc, etc. So all marble stuff that you would basically be able to craft using your chisel. Apart from, I think, the sooty marble. The sooty marble may need something else. Yeah, it can just be crafted with coal. So just put 1 piece of coal in the middle and you're fine. Okay, off to make those and upgrade this structure. Had to move the light wells. I would put them in the exact location this chisel marble needs to be in, unfortunately, but and they don't retain their inventory. So I just picked up some liquid starlight buckets, and that should do. Let's just finish doing this. Hopefully I've got everything right. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Is that looking right? Do we need to have I got that one for... Oh, it needs to cover the sides. Okay, so there. Oops, those 2. And last 4 blocks. And we should be done. There it is. It's doing pretty well so far. And if I right click, yep, Starlight upgrade, and we got full bar down here for anything we want to do. It's nighttime, of course, so yep, that's all good. So then it moves on to enter the Twilight Forest dimension to continue your journey. Yes, this is where it gets a little bit hard. It's not going to be easy or trivial to get through Twilight Forest, but I try to get through it as quickly as I can. So fill a 2x2 hole with the water, start into plants, saplings, blah, 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 blah. But you can't use diamond. You have to use, to activate it, you have to use star metal, okay? And that should be okay. So let's just look for star metal. And let's see what it actually takes to make star metal. From the ore, no. Stoke kiln, no. Smelting. Well, that's no good. None of those are particularly going to help. Unless we can make a stoke kiln. Can we? We can make a regular kiln, but I think you need bellows for a stoke kiln. Can we actually make bellows? Yes, we can. Shift click with both hands, empty to rotate this block. Okay, fine. And this can be used with mechanical power to stoke a particular kiln. So maybe that's the only way to make the star metal ore. Needs some construction with mechanical power then. Actually, never mind. There is actually a crafting recipe for the ore. Because normally I think you create that with the shrines, if I remember rightly, with the crystal. But there is this recipe in place. So a couple of stardust, which are kind of rare, but yeah, I guess we'll have to use them. 4 illumination powder, 4 of that nocturnal powder that we needed to get crafted up here, which takes illumination powder. So we've got 4, and 1 produces 4 of that. So we need to make 5 of this stuff, which is fine. That comes out of it by default. Glass shards, pile of sand, and aquamarine and gunpowder. All that seems fine. Pile of sand, and that's just sand. Okay. Fine, I'll go and fetch those ingredients. First one up is the illumination powder. And is that used for the cave illuminator? I think so, cave illuminator. Yeah, so we can make that, and then that will basically light up our entire base, anything below it that's in caverns, etc. And you just put a few of them around. It takes a little while to work, but it does actually work well. So we could use those. I haven't really used them in a few games, so we'll have to see how good they are on the bottom level of a skyblock, you know, inside the island that we've made. And aren't you crafted yet? You should be crafted. Yep, there we go. So illumination powder, and then once I get go away. There we go. That's fine. So illumination powder. We then need just to really tap over here again. Star metal. So we got the nocturnal powder. Oh, and I just need a piece of lapis. There we go. All that's done, and then finally, hopefully finally, is it just the star metal ore? Looks like that is the case. That does actually need nighttime. Ah, that's a shame. But we know at nighttime this is full, so it's not really much of an issue. We just have to wait for the sun to go down. Fine. Editing. And go. Not sure how long it's going to take to make this stuff. So star metal, is there anything we need to do to process it, or is it just going to be smelt it? Just smelt it looks like. Yep. I don't think there's any way of doubling it. No doubling going on. Okay, well, never mind. We'll just put it through the grill like anything else. I also have the extra bits and pieces to get a cave illuminator as well, just in case I want to use it. I'll probably put it in the base somewhere and go from there. This may take a while, but... oh, no, wait. There, it's done. And how about that cave illuminator while we're here? Cave illuminator. Shift click. There we go, and off you go. That should be a quick one. It's the previous tier of altar. Yep. Alright, off to the sides, and let's go and process this when I remember which direction the base is in. There we go. And head straight to our grill. And there's our star metal ingot with Enter the Twilight, and we can start the portal up. Not going to head into there quite yet because we've got to get some other bits and pieces ready. One of the main things I don't have yet is a backpack. Now, my preference is usually to use something like an ender pouch with an ender chest linked, or a system like that linked, so I can just return all the loot back to the base. Oh, wait a second, we just need to do this. Oh, there we go. And that's on fire. Things are on fire. Ah, I'm on fire. It's burning the flowers away. Oh, such a shame. Anyway, you should all be done. Fine. Put a few of those back. Hopefully it'll be fine. No one will notice. Anyway, so we can head across the Twilight Forest whenever we like. However, yes, I was talking about some kind of loot storage system. So if we can't do ender pouches and ender chests yet, and I very highly doubt we can, and even if we could, they would be ender pearls, which we don't have yet. Ender pouch? No. Okay, so what backpacks do we have available? They're not quite as good because they're on me if I die, but at least we have some options. So we have a basic backpack, which is for leather, and a storage crate, which is easy enough to make. and wool. And that need to actually go and get some more wool, it looks like. Then there's an iron backpack that just is upgraded with chest and iron, and chest and gold. So that looks easy enough to get to tier 3. I'm going to go and craft that. And there's also the improved backpacks, which I've never tried, which look to be broadly similar. Yeah, upgradable pocket storage. So we could also get one of those as well. And can we actually upgrade them in any way? Or are they're just colours? Yeah, just colours, I think. Okay, so we can just do the basic backpack for now then, and I will go and craft those once I find a source of wool. You're not enough. I need more of you. I need to breed more and go and grab another one with my backpack. So getting a few sheep and breeding some more, be able to get 4 white wool, enough for the first tier of this whole backpack. And let's just see, do I need to actually put it in my, do I get any, let's just see, iron backpacks. What is its key? Controls, category, backpack. Open backpack is B, but probably everything else is on I, depending on which mod it is. Okay, is that must be this one, yeah, because I can't move it, so that's all fine. I can shift click stuff in there, but we're not happy with just that tier, are we? So we're now going to want some iron plates and pretty much just the chest, and some gold plates and just the chest as well. And up to the iron tier, and then again up to the gold. Why do I have 1 gold plate short? Yep, popped off in the middle of nowhere. There we go, gold backpack. And can I actually put it in my baubles slot? One of the hidden ones. Looks like no. Well, apart from left hand, of course, but no. So that's fine. How much space do I get? Okay, double chest worth. Fine, so that's all going in there with my whittling knife, piggy backpack. Weeds I'm not going to take with me. I don't think I'm going to need... No, I'm probably going to need the volokite, aren't I? So I'll leave that out. And there's some other bits and pieces. So yeah, the death compass is not going to help. And I think we're pretty much ready to head to the Twilight Zone, to the Twilight Forest. If I remember which way my altar is, there it is. It's in the southeast. Fine, across we go. Let's just make sure I've repaired this and everything is ready. In fact, I don't even need my hammer. I'm not going to be taking. Maybe I will. Yeah, maybe I will need to cut through stuff in one of the mazes. That's fine. So let's just go and head for the Twilight Forest. Can we drop straight away into it? Well, I guess that answers the question whether it's a sky block or not. The only thing I can actually see is one of the hills. Not sure if that's a medium or a large, but we don't really have anything else. So let's head across and see where we get to. And there we go. So usual rules apply. And let's see. I think that's the small. That's the smaller medium. I don't think. Oh, the nearby structure is disrupting updrafts in this area. Okay, so only if you're out in the void will it actually give you updrafts. Otherwise, you've got to be a bit careful about what you're doing. Okay, fine, but we can dig into this thing. Let's just actually, before I do that, I just want to make sure I mark on the map. There we go, where we started. So, it's around here-ish, isn't it? So, portal home. Let's just put that home. There we go, and that's available for that. Now we can dig in. However, be aware, this thing is going to be populated with lots of things, as you can hear already. But there will be redstone in here, so it's worthwhile heading in. I'm not sure what other ores there are from memory. The redstone was the main one. There's usually iron and gold up near the top. Yeah, there you go. See, however, it is lit, unless let's just F7. No, it appears to be lit up. Okay. And there's chest to loot as well. Oh, and coal. And these are regular ores. And that must be glowstone. That's why the thing's lit up. Yeah. But I can't see glowstone yet. So that's no good. Although, let me just borrow everything from in there. And I can't hit that. Okay, so is there anything else up here that I can actually look at? Torchberries, we definitely need those because they're used for one of the items. Magic map focus, we need fireflies, and raven feathers. Raven feathers, I think, is crafted in this thing. Summon a raven using an abyssal craft rituals. Check the Necronomicon for information. Fireflies, just have to kill one whenever you see it, but there's no land, and they're normally attached to trees and stuff like that. So we may have to do a bit of finagling. Okay, so I'm going to head down and see what we get in the other chests, which might be useful. We'll see. But yeah, this thing is being lit up by stuff I can't see, but otherwise fine. So yes, we can just light up manually using our torch launcher. Whoop. And avoiding the spiders. And there we go. Lit up, cleared out, and this is all the stuff that dropped. So yeah, you can't actually use diamond yet, unfortunately, but all the rest of the stuff dropped, and we can put in there. Ore magnet from the Twilight Forest. Yes, so that's the thing. Okay, but aside from that, let's just actually get a little bit of redstone. Hopefully we can use that. Yes, it is available, and there's coal ore as well. We have no ore excavation mod, unfortunately, but there is some redstone around. I'm going to pick that up. We've already got coal at the back of the base, but I'll take some extra and then unload everything, and then we're ready to maybe take on a boss. And heading west again, this is what we actually want. This is the naga layer. Yes, and there goes the updrafts, and there goes the naga's hit points. So we're in for a bit of a fight, and I guess it may take me a while, but let's see how much damage this AIoT does. Yeah, I can't see because of the map. Let me just take the map off. There we go. Not too much damage, especially when I don't hit it. I'm going to cut the fight until we're nearly done, I think. And do remember to grab your tasty sandwiches. So the fight's almost done, and my armor is already down to half, so I may need to actually create some better armor than this. And indeed, my AIoT is taking damage, but this also really doesn't improve itself over time, unlike our other sort of Tinker stuff. So I may have to swap over Tinkers, although I did really like this black quartz AIoT. I don't suppose there's an AIoT for Tinker. No, there isn't. Oh well. So first boss down, and so we get a Twilight Shader, which I always ignore, a Naga trophy, some Naga scale, and a Twilight Shader bag, which again I don't need. You can make that into Naga scale tunics with fire protection. Fire protection might be very, very useful for Hydra in particular. Protection 3, so yeah, handy to have both of those. We've got 11 pieces of it, so certainly enough for well, not both of them, I don't think. So 7 and 8. No, we need 15. So yeah, I would have to fight another Naga for that. But we got through the first boss easily enough. It's not too much, apart from the damage to my... Oh no, my wild belts are gonna... Oh no. I don't think there's any way to repair them either, short of an anvil. We can make an anvil, but I don't think we have a book for the self-repair stuff. So anyway, that's fine. Sickly Twilight Oak sapling. Alright, so we've done that one, and now I can get my atlas back up. Home is east, and we can have a look around for other stuff as well. And now I'm stood on top of a giant tower. Yes, over here west of where I came in, there's the Naga, and I think that's the underground axe, giant axe thing. Whatever, well, it's the giant obsidian box basically there. But over here we've got the Lich tower, and you can see the Lich is above. I did try digging in just one block to show you at the start of the clip, but he teleported outside as soon as I did that. There he is over there. So I'm going to try and get inside, and then we'll see whether that's actually a fight we can actually get to. So let's just clear this and head inside. There we go. So hopefully it should be a normal Lich fight from here. Now his 3 companions aren't around, so I'm just wondering whether that will actually help. Let's give this a go. There we go. So we bounced it back to him, and we're just going to keep doing that until he basically becomes vulnerable. You see he's taking damage now, which is good. Yeah. A lot of damage. Or at least his shield is, anyway. There we go. Now he's we got a ring event. We got to take care of the many zombies, or indeed just hit the Twilight Lich a few times. And shouldn't take too much longer before we are able to kill him. Ah. There we go. Alright, so his companions weren't around because if you're able to fly up to the top, which we are, dig into the room. We've got it over here. And they'll all teleport out here. At which point, you just fly off a bit, come back, and then head in and then attract the main boss. And it's a little bit of an easier fight. Give it a try, see whether you can do it that way. Otherwise, we get it the usual way. So we've got a couple of ender pearls, which will be very useful. Twilight Lich trophy, bone, grave dust, all the ordinary stuff. Scepter of fortification. I don't even know what that does, so I've never really used it before. And a golden chestplate with curse of binding and fire protection 3. Fire protection 3 is good, but I'm not sure about the curse of binding and purification scroll. So all of that's getting dumped with everything else into my backpack, and on we go. And as you're at the Lich Tower, the rest of it is not actually all that hard by comparison, so do feel free to loot as much as you possibly can, at least stuff that you're going to want. In this case, books. I'm going to want to use probably not that many, but I will at least have the books, and then we can head around the tower and just do a bit more looting. We can always come back as well. That Lich Tower is done now, so shouldn't be a problem. Is there anything in that tower? Let's just have a quick look because, hey, why not? Anything in you? Be nice to have some kind of chest at the top, but it looks like it's just going to be books. Oh well, you know, can't win all the time. Right, onward. And I think this is the next structure we actually want to look for. It is the Minor Shroom, I believe. It's certainly not damaging me, so that leads me to believe it's correct. And yes, we have a few issues with getting in there, of course, but otherwise fine. And can I actually get in here? Is it causing me damage? I don't think it is. I think it's just something shot me. Yeah, the skeleton over there shot me. Let's turn F7 mode off. It's not really very useful. So yeah, normally this appears in a swamp, of course, and this is why it's looking a little bit odd. But otherwise, we are going to be basically heading down into there. It's a maze. And I think this is the maze that normally I get wrong. There's a map you can get, and there's a hidden room in the maze. It's usually in the middle, if I remember rightly. And every time I try, I end up just exploding the entire room, which blows up out all the loot and everything we can get in it as well. There's a nice pickaxe in there, but I haven't succeeded doing it. Yeah, shame. But I will try again, and we'll see how it goes. Let's just go and kill this skeleton. Yeah, now we're in this age, they have bows, so you have to watch out a little bit. Oh, and we get, cute little forest squirrels. Maybe that's where we can get that animal we were looking for, the glowworms. But anyway, onward into the maze, I think. And creeper explosions will blow holes in walls. Occasionally, that's to our benefit. So here we've got some other bits and pieces, and that can go into my backpack and be ignored otherwise. And just walk your way around the maze until you actually find I think that, well, there's normally a way down if I remember rightly, but there's a bit of a problem with that. So maybe there's a hole through the whole bedrock. So we'll go have a look and see if we can find a way down. Again, I'm not too worried too much about working my way around here. It's pretty normal for a maze. And I took the easy route. I dropped through the floor, and you can just hit a creeper and then wait for it to explode to get that to happen. Drop down to bedrock and run over here, and there's an obvious sort of shaft that you can dig through. It takes a while to dig through, but there's the top of the shaft where you normally go, and then you drop down again. So here we are in the bottom level, which is where the boss is, if I remember rightly. So I'm just going to head this direction and see if I can find him. And I think this is his room. One corner of this maze does damage to me, so I think it's overlapping something else. So I need to stay out of that. Yep, there he is. There's the whole mushroom himself. Oh. Wow. Oh, he's able to hit me from in there. Okay. You know, I need a long-range weapon. I need to craft my shuriken that I normally craft. There we go. Okay, I'm doing 10 damage each, so it shouldn't take very long to basically hit him. And I can heal as well, buddy. So, yeah, I'm here all day. But I do need to actually eat tasty sandwiches between the rounds. Yes, unlike him. And he broke my helm. And my boots are nearly broken. Oh, right. So once he's dead, and hopefully he's die any minute now. There we go. We should have all the loot we need from there. And let's get all the loot from the various chests as well. We got some ironwood plate. That might be useful to have. Lots of... Ooh, maze map focus. I do want that. Can we make a map with it? Yeah, we just need some paper and we can make a blank maze map. And then the uncrafting table. Never tried that. I'll have to give it a go. And then the iron apple. That's one of the pieces of the iron apple. The iron apple upgrades you to journey map, if I remember rightly. So, yeah, we definitely want that. Let's just take a look. What else have we got? We've got some steel leaf stuff. Ah, fireflies. I said glowworms earlier. I meant fireflies. Let me just dump all... everything's just filling up. There's a minotaur axe. Obsidian level. Will any of this stuff fit? Yeah, let's just dump it. We'll have to head back to the base. I clearly need to craft more crates back at the base, though. And in here, is there anything else that we want? Steel leaf pick? No, not really. But... yeah, steel leaf stuff we want to keep hold of, and that should be good. Now, if I had a map, I could probably see where that hidden room was. Since I don't, I'm not going to bother this episode. I'm going to leave that until next episode. However, here's where everything is on the map. There's the home, if you're following along roughly where along with my seed. So here is the maze, and we'll come back to that once I have a map and have an ability to try and break into that room and hopefully not explode everything. Okay, so now I just need to head home and get basically everything. I can put the mushroom trophy on my head if I really want a souvenir. So yes, I need to head home, and I think that'll do it for the episode. So hopefully you've enjoyed it, and if you have, do leave a like down below. It's always appreciated. If you aren't subscribed already, feel free to. I very much would appreciate it. Oh, pinch beetles. I don't like those whatsoever. No, 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 no. Yes, so subscribing is always is always appreciated. And we'll see you next time for some more SevTech Ages of the Sky.